Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Supernova Fandom! And I am your host, Colton Roberts. And today, you've probably read the title. I'm going to talk about the newly released book on July 27th, 2021, in the Star Wars The High Republic novels. And that would be Out of the Shadows. I finished it today. It's really, really good. It is one of the better of the four novels. Yeah, it's really good. It takes place after the Rising Storm, and it involves the characters of some of the characters from Into the Dark, and then some new ones. Yeah, like it's really good. I am highly impressed with the book. Like I love this era. This era is so good. Like there's nothing I can really say about it. I don't want to get into spoilers yet, but I just want to tell you guys, yeah, it's great. Like the book is really good. It's from Justina Ireland. I have not had the chance to read A Test of Courage yet, but I know she wrote that book, and I'm sure it's great. But yeah, like Out of the Shadows is great. It follows Reith Silas, and yeah, like he's in it. He was in Into the Dark, so that's the connection there. Nan, the Nile lady from Into the Dark, who was on the space station with Reith, was also there. Is in the book. She's still she's still doing Nile things. You know, it happens. She's still involved with Marchion Row, and then so yeah, the book it has Beatrice and Silas. If you remember from the end of Into the Dark, Reith asked Comac to be his Padawan, and then it has Jedi Knight Ernestra Rowe and her Padawan. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Emery Cantos. Canteros. That's how you pronounce that. But yeah, it has them, and Ernestra is Stellan Gaios' former Padawan. She has recently been elevated to Jedi Knight, so she's taken a Padawan on her own, and she has this really cool ability where she has visions whenever she's in hyperspace, which I think is really interesting. So the course of the book is there's another one of the main characters, Silvestri Yarrow. She has a ship called the Switchback. Her mom, Chansey, and then they get attacked by Nile pirates, and Chansey sends her off and dies to the Nile. Or does she? Yeah, you find out that her mom is actually a member of the Nile who's been working with the Nile to create what are they called? They're what later, in the prequels and the original trilogy, they have these ships that can pull ships out of hyperspace. That's essentially what she is creating for the first time ever, is the technology to do that. So it leads into those trilogies, which I think is a really nice touch. But so she's using Mari Santeca to get those to use her like knowledge of hyperspace through the Force to perfect this weapon. And at the end, Silvestri finds out that her mom's still alive, but her mom gets away, and then the weapon's destroyed, and that was just a prototype weapon. So very interesting. Silvestri talks through the Force with Mari, and she gets a path, the last path, and it's supposed to go to the far ends of the galaxy. So I don't know what that's going to include, but it's really interesting to see. She doesn't reveal that information by the end of the book. So yeah, the book is really good. Like, you can tell, like, the Jedi are going to start warring pretty soon. And we know by the time of the Clone Wars, them getting active in politics and wars and bureaucratic nonsense is what eventually gets to the point where they get too much into that and are blinded by the dark side. And so this is the point where the Jedi Order is going to fall. And I really like that. But yeah, like, I can't wait. There's not another novel coming out till January, so I've read the 4 novels in a little bit over a week, because I told the story in the last video that I got out of the shadows early. I just so happened to go to my local Barnes & Noble, and they had it on the shelf, and they sold it to me. I explained to them that it wasn't supposed to be released yet, but they decided they were going to take it off the shelf and they would still sell it to me. So I needed to finish the others first. Yeah, like, I will definitely talk about Into the Dark and the Rising Storm on my next in my next video. But yeah, those were good books too. But yeah, yeah, just don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. If you guys won't, I will totally start reviewing the High Republic comics. I think I have the first 3 issues of the High Republic comics. I don't have any of the High Republic adventure comics, but I will totally do that. Just don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, so I can, and comment. Let me know what you guys doing, or what you guys want. But yeah, so that's pretty much all there is of that. Don't forget, we have the Supernova show on TMG Entertainment. The last episode, Sunday's episode, we had me and Amaru Moses. We talked about Harry Potter, and this next week we got a course of shows that we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about Schmodown Collision, and we're gonna talk about both Fantastic Beasts movies and the Bad Batch episode 13 and 14. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. This is Supernova Fandom.